Running a successful home services business is no easy feat. Whether you're a roofer, landscaper, plumber, or electrician, your bottom line often depends on how well you manage your overhead costs. Overhead is that sneaky expense pile that includes everything from rent to insurance to office supplies, and it can quietly eat away at your profits. Here's the hard truth. If you're not actively reducing overhead, you're likely leaving money on the table. The common overhead pitfalls. Overhead is often not directly tied to revenue. You might be paying for things that don't contribute to lead generation or job fulfillment. Office space you don't need. Remote work has made many office spaces redundant. Businesses can save up to $11,000 per employee annually with remote work. Excessive equipment costs. Outdated or underutilized equipment often incurs unnecessary costs. Unnecessary staffing. Full-time hires for part-time jobs inflate payroll costs. Identifying these areas is the first step in slashing your overhead. How overhead hurts your business. Overhead eats into profit margins, and for service area businesses, this can mean the difference between growth and stagnation. When overhead expenses rise, contractors are often forced to pass these costs on to customers, which could make your services less competitive. Take, for example, a roofing company that held onto a large office space even after half of its team moved to remote work. They paid $2,500 a month in rent, utilities, and other expenses for a space that wasn't fully utilized. When business slowed down, the overhead costs remained. The result? They had to increase service prices by 10% to cover the difference. The competition undercut them, and they lost several key clients. On the flip side, a competitor that embraced remote work downsized their office, cutting costs by over 50%. This allowed them to maintain pricing and attract new business, ultimately gaining market share. Solutions to slash your overhead. How do you trim the fat without cutting into the muscle of your business? Embrace remote work. Many jobs can be done just as effectively from home. Downsizing office space can significantly reduce costs. Lease or rent equipment instead of buying. Save on capital and maintenance. Outsource non-core activities like IT, payroll, or marketing. Use technology to streamline operations. Automate tasks like invoicing and CRM. Review and renegotiate contracts regularly. Negotiate better terms or shop around. Consider variable staffing. Hire part-time or freelancers for busy seasons. Take the first step today. Overhead reduction doesn't happen overnight, but every little step counts. Evaluate your current expenses, identify unnecessary costs, and create a roadmap for reducing them over the next 6 months. Implement one change, whether it's embracing remote work or renegotiating a contract, and track the results. Take action now and watch your profit margins grow. Article written by Devon Osborne and video created by Juan Cruz.